I relish every game we play, in all honesty, because I enjoy it. I understand the position I'm in as a manager. Privileged to be here, a custodian as a head coach of Norwich. Totally invest in it, and I totally believe that we'll get promoted. But going to Sheffield United, despite their form, it's the two teams that have had the most shots in the league going head to head. So looking forward to it. Form can be constituted in so many different ways, and our players understand that we're controlling games but not finishing games off at the moment. No, still don't know about Kenny. We've appealed it. I don't believe it was a red card. I've seen it back. The referee has guessed. He's called it a punch. It certainly isn't a punch, and I've seen this, as you can imagine, many times over, hence us appealing the decision. So we're waiting on that. Other than that, Kieran Dowell's got laryngitis, so he's out. But other than that, everybody's been training. No, I wouldn't want my player to be doing that. If somebody strikes you in the face, then yeah, if it makes you go down, go down. I don't think that made him go down. But unfortunately, the referee, from his position, he can't see the other side of the player's head, and he's guessed from his position he was in, and that's unfortunate for us. I know he's had a bit of a hip issue that he's been feeling. We've done a little bit of training yesterday, but we're still feeling it a little bit, so we'll have to see how he is. It'd be a push to start him. He's been out a long time since the Wigan game, which is the first home game of the season. So it'd be a push, but needs must, I suppose. If the appeal doesn't come through, I've not faced a situation like this where we've had 15 games of a season and I've lost 5 players who can play left back. We've got a cemetery on the board for the left backs at the moment. I'm not so sure, because as I said the other day, he's got 45 minutes and then 10 minutes under his belt over the last 2 games. Again, somebody who hasn't played football, hasn't had a pre-season as such as well, so it'd be a push to put him in. Listen, I can't control the narrative when we lose football games. I've always understood that. I've been in this game long enough to know that. But it's not me being bullish because I'm just plucking figures out of thin air. We actually are having the second most shots in the league. We are actually causing the opposition problems. We are having more possession than any other than the teams that we play against. Apart from the first half against Watford, where I thought we was really pouring off our game, we should have beat Luton, we should have beat Preston, and you look at XG as well. That will tell you exactly the same. So it'd be wrong for me to go in and batter the lads because they get beat 1-0 against a team that in the first half against us on Tuesday night had 0.03 opportunities at our goal. So I thought we had more control of the game on Tuesday, and I didn't expect it because I expected a front foot Luton team who were going to be in our faces. I didn't expect us to have as much comfortable possession and control of the game, but our quality in the final third just let us down on that one. Yeah, I think, listen, you know me well enough now. I've been here 11 months, and after we won 6 games on the spin, I didn't have my pom-poms running around the pitch, and losing 3 games on the spin, I'm not going to be walking around with my bottom lip on the floor. It's not the way I am. I'm confident in the players. I've got great belief in the players that we've got, and I firmly believe this group will get promoted this season. I don't know, it's funny, they're having a little bit of a fallow period, not winning in 5, but we're having an absolute disaster. It does make it quite amusing at times, but yeah, listen, they're a good team, and listen, there's a number of teams similar to ourselves, Burnley, Watford, West Brom, who have all been in the Premier League over the last 2 or 3 years, who find it a tough league, but the best teams will come through in this league, and I expect the teams who I've just mentioned there to be up there fighting at the end of the season. Yeah, I mean, I think we're evolving as a team all the time. We're looking at the trends of what we see of the game so far. An awful lot of teams are trying to stop us playing out from the back, from the goalkeeper, from goal kicks. But once we do get out, then they drop into a low block. So our opportunities are, if we can build better from the goalkeeper, then we've got a better chance of getting at their back three, which is more common now than not. But when we have good possession, then we've got to certainly work better to get through a deep block, which at times Luton on Tuesday had eight men in their penalty box, and if you look at the average map of where the players were positioned, 8 of our players all game were in the opposition half, which tells you about the game. No, I don't think Luton had a big chance. I mean, yes, they've scored the goal, but there's many things we can do, and I've seen Ben Gibson get blamed for that goal. There's no chance he should get blamed for that goal. Dear me. Yeah, he's took a big touch on the halfway line. We've got 4 men still behind the ball. Mistakes happen in games, every game you watch, and normally you would be helped out by your teammates in that situation, and he never got helped out. But defensively, there's many things that we should have done to make sure that they didn't score. We know the boy who scored. I don't personally, but obviously a lot of the lads here did, and he should never have been able to come onto his right foot. Well, I just feel, the game of football is you're trying to create big chances. The bigger the chance, the more likely you've got of scoring. And obviously, likewise, when you're defending, if you're not giving big chances away, then the less likely the likelihood they're going to score. And so they're all added up. There's a mathematical formula, and there's different ones from different companies. I understand that, but I always look at it. If you finish a game and you've got half a goal more than the opposition, then you probably deserve to win that game. It's something that I've worked with at Brentford and Villa as well, and I think it just gives you a good idea of of the levels that you're playing at that time.